What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for a late night stream to run episode 6 of this realistic Vikings rebuild post Kyler Murray free agency. Real quick, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the notification bell. So, just to recap, we are going into the 2020. What is it? Hold on. What year are we in? 2028 season. Now, guys, again, I'm not a professional rebuilder. I'm not Brandon TS. I'm not C4. I'm not Jerome PKR. I'm not Bengal. They are all amazing YouTubers, and they are incredibly talented at rebuilding teams on this Madden game. I'm not that. I just look at what they do. I think it's fun. I jump on here to do it and hang out with y'all when I do it. Um, but anyway, so to recap, we started this series when right after the Vikings signed James Pierre and Kyler Murray. They haven't had any further free agency moves other than signing a backup swing tackle from the Bills, I believe. Um, in year one, which would have been 2026 for us, we did start Kyler Murray at quarterback. He's the presumed QB1. Going into 2026, we started him for the first 6 games of 2026. He went 3-3, got injured, and was out for 6 games after that. J.J. McCarthy started those next 6 games, and when we compared their stats, both of them through 6 games, J.J. had the better stats, so we decided to stay with J.J. for the rest of the season. Therefore, we did not re-sign Kyler Murray at 30 years old and decided to go back to the kid, J.J. McCarthy, and build from there. So let's take a look at our lineup so far. And yes, I am a Michigan fan. Yes, I am a J.J. McCarthy fan. You can call me a homer if you want. You can call me even more of a homer considering how many Wolverines have ended up on our team. But that's just what it is. I do believe if you go back and watch the other episodes, yes, I have signed and taken Michigan players in trades. For the most part, I would say that they were the best available for the positions that we needed at the time, or best available in the trade offers that we were given at the time. But call me a homer if you want. It is what it is. My other YouTube channel is Skull Blue Sports. Skull Blue. Skull for Vikings, go blue for Michigan. It is what it is, guys. All right, so let's look at our lineup for the 2028 season. So we've got J.J. McCarthy at the helm at quarterback, 87 overall. Behind him, John Mateer, former Oklahoma quarterback. At fullback, we've got Max Bredesen, former Michigan captain and walk-on turned all-star college fullback. He brought the mean factor back to fullback, made fullback a superstar position again. At running back, we've got Jadarian Price, former Notre Dame running back. Behind him, Blake Corum, Jordan Mason, and Jaden Ott. At wide receiver, we've still got Jetta's Justin Jefferson at wide receiver 1. Opposite him, we've got Cam Coleman from Auburn. Behind them, Ty Felton and Malachi Toney. We've also got Evan Stewart and Brendan Thompson rounding out the wide receiver room. At tight end, Tanner Koziel, Dorian Fleming, and Elijah Williams. On the offensive line, still very much the offensive line in real life. We've got Christian Darrisaw, Donovan Jackson, Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill. We have drafted a center in 2 of the last 3 drafts, Logan Jones and Iapani Lalulu. Logan Jones out of Iowa, Lalulu out of Oregon. It looks like Lalulu is going to be the starter for the foreseeable future at center. Backup offensive line has changed a little bit. We've got Teague Anderson at left tackle, Tree Babalad at left guard. I can't remember his first name. Lambert at right guard. Samuel Okunlola or Samson Okunlola at right tackle. We've also got Demetrius Crownover at swing tackle. On defense, we have in the middle Kenneth Grant, Big Citrus Dom Orange, and Jalen Redmond. Tyrone Ingram Dawkins, and Trey Pierce. As you can see, we are still running the Brian Flores 3-4 defense. At linebacker, we've got C.J. Allen, Jay-Sean Barham, Eric Wilson, Darian Gillette, Luke Talich, a converted safety to linebacker, and Eric Wilson there as well. Edge rushers, Dallas Turner, Derek Moore. Behind them, we've got Chris Braswell and Azeez Ojulari carried over from last season. We did sign Adisa Isaac and Jalix Hunt, who are trying to compete for those backup edge rusher spots. At corner, our corners, two young corners. Josh Moten we picked in the 2026 NFL Draft. Jair Hill we picked in the 2027 NFL Draft. We've still got Isaiah Rodgers behind him. Keitrell Clark we picked up as a free agent just in this preseason, and Smith Snowden, a slot corner that we picked up in the 2027 draft. At safety, we have picked a safety in two of the last three drafts. 2026, we picked Dylan Thieneman. He's our starting deep middle of the field safety. We also picked Coy Parrish, both ironically out of Oregon. Coy Parrish replaced Josh Metellus and is our strong safety playing in the box. We also got VJ Payne in the last draft. We have Sione Vaki, Tao Johnson, and Jay Ward. Special teams, we still got the babyface assassin Will Reichard. Bradley Mann on a one year left on his deal. We're trying to develop Tommy Doman to be the punter of the future behind him. Our punt returner, Evan Stewart, Brendan Thompson, Xavier Thomas, Parker Kingston, and Dylan Edwards. Kick returner, much the same, although we did get Isaiah Rodgers on the list there for that one. Long snapper, Hogan Hatton. Specialists, nose tackle will be Dom Orange. Sub linebacker in the box, you'll see C.J. Allen and Coy Parrish. Nickel corner, Smith Snowden, Isaiah Rodgers, Dylan Thieneman. Rush edges will be Derek Moore and Dallas Turner. Rush DTs will be Jalen Redmond, Kenneth Grant, and Dom Orange. Power running backs will be Jordan Mason, Blake Corum, Jordan Marshall. Third down running back, Blake Corum, Eli Heidenreich, and Dylan Edwards. Gadget, I think we should probably move Sione Vaki up on Gadget. Slot receivers will be Malachi Toney, Ty Felton, and Evan Stewart. For schemes, all right, so after three bad offensive seasons and not making the playoffs, Kevin O'Connell has given up his play calling duties and has hired Mike McDaniel as our offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel is going to be running his offense that he had in Miami. Defense. Our defense was horrible last year, and so even though Brian Flores is not in this game, we fired our defensive coordinator that we had sort of as the stand-in for Brian Flores. We hired a new one. We wanted somebody that was going to run a 3-4 book, so we picked up a guy and then spun a random wheel on Wheel of Names with all the NFL teams, and we spun one until we got one whose book was a 3-4 book, and we ended up with the New England book. So the defensive coordinator that we signed, he brings in the New England version of the 3-4 defense. And we are running 3-4 Storm and West Coast Zone Run. All right, we're going to do the preseason. We're going to do the drills. We're going to do the advances. I don't know if we're going to get into the regular season tonight. That may be the next episode, but that's what we're going to do. So, preseason week 1, it is very important to do your weekly training first so that you can set camp counselor before you do your training camp drills. So we're not going to worry about winning games right here. Right now it's about development. We're going to hit after school tutor. We're going to hit head of the class. We're going to hit camp counselor. We're going to turn on the QB development abilities to try to get J.J. McCarthy as much XP as possible. In order to do that, we need to... Actually, I guess we can go ahead and quit the play sheets. It doesn't really matter. But do West Coast, and do we have the red zone passing? We don't have the red zone passing one yet. So we'll do we have wide slot? We do have the wide slot play sheet. We'll use that one. And on defense, we'll use deep freeze and hit them at the line. All right. Let's set our focus players. So focus player first is going to be J.J. McCarthy. Second focus player, let's go Dallas Turner. Third focus player, we're going to go Cam Coleman. Let's go ahead and do the drills real quick. With Camp Counselor, you have to do the drills manually. So we sim the drills most weeks, but for the first 5 weeks of each new season, including the preseason, with Camp Counselor on, we have to run the drills manually. Otherwise, you don't get the fourth benefit of Camp Counselor. Alright, got gold there. So yeah, this video, guys, just heads up, it's going to be a lot of me talking while I do the drills for the next couple weeks. Let's do trench battle with Dallas Turner.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
We've got to get to the playoffs. 3 years without the playoffs is not acceptable.
60 Eagles, go.
Oh, come on. I hate that. It like had me held up on the thing, it wouldn't let me move, and then when it does let me move, it throws me all the way out of bounds.
Cowboy 80, go. Here we go.
I still say, why are we tackling the starting quarterback in these drills? That should be the backup quarterbacks, practice squad quarterback, something. But we should not have the primary starters. Like, that's what scout team is for. Alright, let's hit this with Cam Coleman. Trying to build him up to be the opposite boundary threat alongside Justin Jefferson. His change of direction needs to get better. Alright, got the gold there. Now we can advance, lock in the camp counselor, and then do the training camp drills. Keep in mind we did not upgrade players after the end of last season, and we're not going to waste time upgrading players after every week. I'm just going to upgrade in week 4 of the preseason. We did get star dev for JJ McCarthy last season, so that should help us get him built up. The goal. Alright, got that one. No dev up. Damn. Alright, rushing attack. I think we still got to keep building up Jadarian Price.
Ready, set, go. Here we go, set.
Little tip for anyone that's watching this, and if you struggle with this at all, the guys follow you. They're like kind of tied to you. So like right here, if I dip inside real quick before I go outside, it sort of changes the trajectory of the defender into the fullback. See right there? I dipped out, dipped in, and then back out. And that little out before the in allowed the fullback to get a better block on him. So you just kind of got to like lead him before you get to the cut. So here I'm going to dip in and then out. See? Here I'll drift out and then in and then out. You just kind of got to like lead them into the block and then make the cut. That time it didn't work. Oh, but I broke it. There we go. See, I go in, out. There I got the little kickoff bonus there, or rocket bonus. See, I go in, out, and it just like I said, it kind of lures them into the block. No div up there. All right, wide receiver. Let's go with Malachi Tony here. Got to develop up our slot receiver. Of course, in the training camp drills, you want to focus on anybody that has hidden dev, because this training camp or camp counselor lessens the number of it greatly lessens the number of snaps needed before their dev trait is shown. And if they might have superstar, which you never know, of course, but getting that uncovered earlier is better. And I really like Malachi Tony. I am a huge Malachi Tony fan. Don't tell my Michigan fan friends. What number does he wear in real life? 10, I think. Is it 10 or 1? I think it's 10. I'm going to look it up at the end of preseason and try to give him his real number. Same with Cam Coleman. Sorry if my voice is a little scratchy. I did another stream for my college slow sim series right before I did this one. I normally don't do them right back to back, but both of these I'm doing pretty late tonight because I had a lot of stuff going on today, but I didn't want to miss out on doing the streams. No dev up there. All right, pocket protector. We have a couple hidden ones. Tree Babalod and Gerby Lambert. I think I want to. Oh, and we got Okunlola. Let's hit Okunlola because he's the lowest. So I want to try to get him. But plus, I think that Brian O'Neill is going to need to be replaced sooner than later. So I want to try to start getting
Let's go
Okunlola
now.
built up. Ah, come on. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying not to cough. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna try to limit how much I'm talking because my throat's kind of scratchy now, and I don't want to keep having to cough or mute the mic in order to do that. We're gonna try that again. I got too close to the center. I missed that one. All right, there we go. We got gold. No dev up there. Trench battle. Do we have anyone with hidden? We do. Daring Gillette, but we can do chase and tackle with him. So, in this case, I'm going to use Derek Moore so he can break away from Chris Braswell as our clear starter. Oh, come on. Why? It forced me to go out of bounds. Like, why? I released the block and like, I'm pushing up and it makes me go left. These controls are so wonky, dude. Bro, what is going on? Are you kidding me right now? Like, it's just like ignoring my inputs. Here we go again. Like, I don't mind if it's difficult, but like when it's just ignoring my button inputs, it's frustrating. Like, what's the point? If the only way for you to balance a game is to make it so that I don't get to play the game, like, get better at balancing your fucking game, EA. And no dev upgrade there. Alright, chase and tackle, we'll use Galette here, because he's got hidden. You really want to prioritize the hidden dev players for the training camp. I will be changing his number after preseason week 4. I don't like the 40 numbers on my linebackers. It's just personal preference. I mean, there's the rare exception, but generally I like my linebackers to be in the 50s. With this drill, it can be frustrating sometimes. I found the key for me is to not go for hit sticks or diving tackles until I've got the goal. Just go for conservative tackles. And also use the strafe button before you like start going forward for to meet the tackle. Like, use strafe. Like, I'm strafing, and I let go right there. Once I like choose to start running ahead, I let go of strafe. Ah, I got away from me that time, but he got held up on the tackling dummy. Almost got away from me. There we go. Got the gold. One second, guys. I gotta do a playbook check for one of my league mates. He's using Chicago and New England. Alright, DB battle. Do we got a hidden dev here? We do not. So in that case, let's build up Jair Hill. Or Smith Snowden. He is our no, let's go Jair Hill. He's our other boundary corner. We really need to get our boundary corners up. There we go. Ah, he caught that. How? There we go. Let's hit the kicker here. Try to get Will Riker to dev upgrade would be nice. He had one at one point and they took it away. I think it was in Madden 25. And it doesn't make any sense because he actually had a really good season in Madden 25 for a rookie for a rookie kicker. But with this kicking drill, it is more important to hit the target than to hit the zone. Like the moving target, you want to hit that every time if possible. Doesn't really matter where the ball goes through the uprights. Like, yes, you get more points for those, but the difference isn't really that big of a deal as long as you're hitting the moving target. Ah, that one's going to go wide. Oh, we still got the target, though. Ah, that one's going to go wide, too. Damn it. Alright, now one of my least favorite ones, the punting drill. No dev upgrade for Riker that time. One of my least favorite because there's an element of randomness that you can't control at all. Doesn't matter what you do because it's the bounce. And you never know which way it's going to bounce when it hits. You just have to hope and guess. And there I get fucked over. Just erases the two coffin corners I had to begin because of a fucking bounce. This is why it's one of my least favorite. I just want to get silver here. I'm not going to worry about trying to get gold. I just want to get silver so that I can get the skill up for Tommy Doman. I may not even get that. Nope, didn't even get silver. It's so stupid, dude. All because of a random fucking bounce. least favorite. And the thing is that, see, and I'm just screwed. I might as well start this one over. See, in Madden 24, this was not bad. This was a semi-fun drill, and then it's like they stunted the power of your kick, so you can't actually control it. And it's frustrating, man. You really have to get a coffin corner in the first like 3. You really need to get 2 in the first 4, and then you can't get a touchback until like late in it. Otherwise, you're not going to get even silver. Like I'm going to have to restart here because I didn't get it. Like it's the scoring requirement is too high. The randomness on the bounces is too much. And to completely erase everything off of a touchback, it's just like, especially when it can be a random bounce. I just gotta not screw up and get a touchback. There we got the silver. Oh, we got silver. That's good enough. Alright, so no dev upgrades from the training camp. That's fine. I'm not going to do position battles because they're really stupid. Like last season, Will Reichard, the kicker, wanted to be in a position battle for QB1. It was stupid. So we're just going to advance. Now we got to do the drills this week. Why is this? I guess we'll do wide receiver, tight end, XP too. Alright, so our other ones, so this one's I'm going to keep Malachi Tony there because we need to get him built up. So the top 3 I do 90 and under, like the guys that I want to develop up, and then the bottom 3 I do 80 and under. Let's get Koi Parrish up to 80. We'll get Derek Moore.
Ready? Bronco 80. Ready?
come on. It literally held me in place and would not let me move. I'm gonna have to Okay, we still got the gold. It literally held me in place after the throw and would not let me move out of the way of them coming at me. Like, come on, EA. What are we doing here? Oh, we got a dev upgrade for JJ McCarthy. He's a superstar. All right. There we go. There we go. JJ McCarthy. All right, let's get Dallas Turner an upgrade now. All right, Cam Coleman. Let's get him some XP here. Pretty bad that Malachi Tony has better change of direction than Cam Coleman, and he's a year behind him. Alright, let's do it with Malachi Tony here. My slot receiver.
Here we go, here we go. Hut. Here we go, shot. Hut, hut.
Again, I don't do these drills every week during the season. I only do them manually during the first 5 weeks, the 4 preseason weeks, and then week 1 before I start the regular season video. Just because that's how you use the camp counselor talent. It doesn't work if you just sim it. Now, I could be cheesy and put the camp counselor on all of my coordinators as well, and it's a ridiculous amount of skill points that you get for it in DevUps, but I think it's really cheesy to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just use it one time like it's intended. Koi Parrish, let's do a DB battle. Oh, come on. What was that? Why did my guy, like... I don't... I don't want the game to be easy, okay? But I don't want the character I'm controlling to just ignore my inputs. If I'm pushing up, it should not go to the right. If I'm pushing right, it should not go to the left. See there, I don't mind that. It is what it is. But if I'm pushing the right input and the game just like decides to ignore it, that's when I don't like it. See, that was my mistake right there. But like the one that just like that triggered me just now, like I was pushing up and my guy decided to like dip down underneath and go out. It just doesn't make sense, and it does it in that trench battle thing too, and it's just really annoying. Why am I not able to stop a pass now? Jesus. Whoa, that's never happened before. Huh. All the times I've done this drill, I've never had that happen before. Ah, come on. Oh, we got a dev upgrade. There we go. Koi Parrish is an X Factor now. Nice. Alright, Derek Moore trench battle.
Let's go now. 60 bison, 60 bison. Hut, hut. Set. Cowboy 80. Go. Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Set up.
Alright, let's sim it. We'll advance to the next week. I'll do it one more time, and then we'll make our preseason cuts to head into the week one of the regular season. By the way, I didn't say anything earlier. We did win our first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, 24-14. Now we're at home against the Chargers. And we lost 38-6 to the Chargers. Alright, one more week of drills. In this case, let's do the pass skeleton.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawks ready.
That's not the one I meant to do the target
Go.
one, but alright, whatever.
Ready, ready.
I don't know if I can get gold on this one. I've never done this one before.
Let's go. Ready, ready. Let's go now. 19 Tigers. Let's go.
There we go.
Set. Go. Set. Ready. Hut.
got the gold on it. Alright. Maybe I should start doing this one more often.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
Ah, come on.
Here we go, here we go. Set, go. Down.
I need to change Quorum's number 2. Get my boy 2 or 22.
Here we go, set. Hup. Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go now. Cougar 19. Let's go. Set. 60 Bison. Ready. Set. Hawks. Get up. Set up. Ready, ready. Set. Ready. Set, go. Down.
Why did it not count as a catch? Did y'all see that? It didn't count that as a catch. EA doing their bullshit in the drills here. And of course, I have no way to replay it to show y'all, but I caught it in the end zone. That would have been a touchdown in the game. And they called it no catch for credit there, and I lost the multiplier.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready, ready. Here we go. Set. Ready. Let's go. Get up. Let's go now. Ready, ready. Set. Set, go. Set up. Go. Set. Ready. Hut, hut.
There we go. That's how we need to start off. Oh, come on. I was underneath it. God. Just erase the bonus I got on the last one. There we go.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go. Set up. Viking 18. Hut. Down. 18 Cardinal. 8. Set up.
Alright. We'll do that one. We'll advance the week. Then we'll make our roster cuts. Check free agency for any surprise gems that we can sign to a 1-year deal. I know a lot of the other creators, they just skip the upgrades. It's kind of my favorite part of the game, so I still do it even though it takes a little bit of time. All right, so we went 2-1 in the preseason, winning our last game against the Bengals. Now we got to cut 13 players. Let's upgrade our players first. We'll check the free agency, and then we'll make our cuts, set our depth chart, sign our practice squad. All right, so Koi Parrish is going to get 8 skill upgrades. And we got to set his X Factor. Let's set his X Factor. Let's go with Universal Coverage. Let's go with Pick Artist, Lurker, and we'll go for Koi Parrish. Let's go Tip Drill. Malachi Tony's gonna get 6 skill ups. Let's try to get him to be a playmaker, and he's a scheme fit now. Oh, we know he's a superstar now. I've upgraded playmaker every time, and somehow it went from 2 to 1 and then 1 to 3. Or first to third. Alright, so he's superstar. Let's see what abilities we can set him with. He's going to be our slot receiver, so we'll do short elite. We'll do slot-o-matic. We'll do mid and elite, or short and elite. Well, no, we did short elite, so we can do mid and elite. John Mateer, our backup quarterback, is going to get 6 upgrades. We're going to make him better at clipboard holding. And he's got number 10. Is that Malachi Tony's number? Let me look. I need to look up what Malachi Tony and Cam Coleman's number. Yeah, Malachi Tony's number 10. And Cam Coleman, I think, is number 1, maybe? No, number 8. Okay. So we're going to change John Mateer's number. I forgot to change his number before I forget who has it. Alright, Jadarian Price is going to get 5 upgrades. This we better get to the playoffs this season. A lot of our moves to get younger the last 2 seasons, they're starting to come into their own, get into the mid to high 80s. We need to make the playoffs this season. Derek Moore's going to get 5 upgrades. Darian Gillette is going to get 5 upgrades, and we're going to change his number. Alright, Samson Okunlola. J.J. McCarthy's gonna get 4 upgrades. And we can set his superstar abilities now. We need to get, hold on. Does he have any abilities that we need to get Scrambler or Improviser up there? No, not really. Okay. Alright, well, while we're here, let's do Fearless. Let's do Protected. And let's do... Or actually, hold on. Yeah, okay. We'll do Inside Deadeye. Alright, Victor Payne. I'm going to change his name to VJ Payne because that's what he's... Hold on. Make sure it's the same guy. Okay, yeah, it's the same guy. Because he's in all the draft materials this year as VJ Payne, so I'm going to change his name to VJ because that's what I recognize him by. Luke Talich is going to get 4 upgrades, okay. Cam Coleman's going to get 3 upgrades. This will be his first year as the boundary receiver replacing Jordan Addison. Let's set his abilities. Alright, let's see. So we got Acrobat, we got Grab and Go, and we got I'd like to use Route Technician, but we're not there yet. Do Runoff Elite. Dylan Thieneman's going to get 3 upgrade points here. And he got an extra ability slot. So let's see. Let's do Lurker, Pick Artist, and Tackle Supreme. Tommy Doman getting 3 upgrades here. We got to get his power up big time. But it's so random when you pick power here because they can just give him accuracy or only awareness, like you see right there. It's like, what's even the point of giving me the option of the two, since either one can get all 3 of the stats that get upgraded: awareness, power, accuracy. See, I picked power 3 times. I got awareness, 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 and accuracy. All right, Jair Hill's gonna get 3. Will Riker doesn't matter. See, awareness both times. All right, Dallas Turner's gonna get 2. Donovan Jackson gonna get 2. We have got to make the playoffs this year. Josh Moten getting 2. All right, for him, let's go with the zone KOs. Jayshawn Barham getting 2, my guy. He was going to be an edge rusher, but we needed him at linebacker, and since he has that versatility, we took advantage of it. Big Citrus, Dominique Orange. Let's get him 2 upgrades. Trying to make him a better pass rusher. He's already a pretty good nose tackle. Smith Snowden, our slot receiver. Got to get him to be a scheme fit first before I can start hitting slot for these. Iapani Lalulu, our starting center, is going to get 2 upgrades. Finally getting a decent, serviceable center after 3 seasons after we lose Ryan Kelly. Jaden Ott gets 2 upgrades. He might be going back to the practice squad this season. Evan Stewart gets 2. Dylan Edwards is going to get 2. Malik Benson going to get 2. CJ Allen 1. I need to change his number. Kenneth Grant, my guy KG. Ty Felton getting one. They took away his star dove, which is honestly fair. Chris Braswell getting one. Tanner Koziel, my guy, getting one, and now he's a scheme fit. Chandler Rivers getting one. Dorian Fleming. Jay Ward, finally turning into a little bit of something here. My guy Max Bredesen. Big Max. Mad Max. Mad Max Bredesen. I like that. Xavier Thomas, the playmaker. Sione Vaki. And yes, I know Sione Vaki is a running back for the Lions. If you followed him in college at Utah, he played both running back and safety. I personally liked his skill set at safety more than I did at running back. That's why I run him there. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. Tao Johnson. Logan Jones getting an upgrade. My guy Trey Pierce. Probably going to the practice squad. Demetrius Crownover. He may get cut. Just being real. Alright, let's take a look at free agents. Anybody worth picking up to look at? Quinn Ewers. Yeah, Mateer's better. Wow, David Montgomery's a free agent right now. Deebo Samuel. Bryce Lance. Robert Spillane. Yeah, let's pick him up as a mentor. 1 year deal. Oh, it's going to put us over the cap? Oh, okay. Well, we got to cut some people first, I guess. Dang, we're that close against the cap. Okay. Well, let's take a look. So, Price, Mason, Corum, they're making the team. I think we got to keep Jordan Marshall on the team, so let's send Dylan Edwards to the practice squad. We're going to cut Jaden Ott. And we're going to cut Eli Heidenreich. If we need to, we'll re-sign him to the practice squad. Alright, we're going to keep Jefferson, we're going to keep Coleman, we're going to keep Tony, Felton. I think we're going to keep Thompson and Stewart, put Thomas on the practice squad. Oh, but if we put him on the practice squad, we're going to take a big money hit, aren't we? But it's unavoidable. Yeah, it's unavoidable, unfortunately. Alright, Benson gets released. Parker Kingston's going to get released. We're going to go ahead and release Demetrius Crownover. Yeah, and just for cap reasons, we're going to have to release Isaac. Same, well, yeah, I mean, I guess we'd keep Braswell over Hunt as much as I like Hunt. Maybe we move Talich back to safety to sign him. I'm gonna go ahead and cut Keitrell Clark. We can run with 5 receivers or 5 corners. Maybe I move Talich back to safety. I can practice squad Tao Johnson. I can cut Jay Ward. I can't really cut Jay Ward. We'd get a bigger penalty. Practice squad Tommy Dolman. Oh, I can't practice squad Tommy Dolman. Damn. Oh, what do we do? Oh, we're going to have to cut Braden Mann and just rock with Tommy Dolman. We're at 53. We're going to have to cut one more. Do we cut Eric Wilson? I think we just cut Eric Wilson. Alright, so we put Talich at Sam, or we put Spillane at Sam? Maybe we'll put Spillane at Sam. squad guys. Alright, so we don't really need a quarterback because I can just get to any of these guys at any point in the season. So we'll re-sign Heidenreich to the practice squad. I already got a receiver on the practice squad. We'll go ahead and put Kitzelman on the practice squad. Carver Willis looks like a good practice squad guy. We'll get Greg Smith as a practice squad guy. Marvin Jones Jr. will be a practice squad guy. Let's go with Donovan Woolen for practice squad. Charles Demings, I love him. He's a freaking alien, dude. I wish the game would let us do it, but his hands are at least a good 6-7 inches long, or arms are 6-7 inches longer than they are in this picture right here. In real life, he's an alien. Look up pictures of him. Safety. Yeah, let's go ahead and get. Oh, Taylor Tatum. Let's get Taylor Tatum. Kamari Burns, welcome to the practice squad. Oh, Exodus Ayers is a hidden dev? What? Alright, let's sign him. We're gonna have to cut somebody. Maybe we can just cut Jay Ward. How many years does he have on his contract? More than one. 3 years remaining. Oh, I don't. Guess we'll put Ayers on the practice squad right now. Let's take off Taylor Tatum. No, we'll cut Tao Johnson. I'll just stash. You know what? I could just cut Chandler Rivers. I'm not gonna keep him. He's basically a bust. Give me Colin Wright instead of Tao Johnson, though. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. No, give me Tao Johnson. There's a reason I signed him to begin with. numbers. Blake Corum needs his number. Two or 22, either one. Are either one available? 22 is available. Okay. Marshall's got 23, that's good. Can Evan Stewart get 6? I forget, is 6 available? It is. I think that's what he wore in college, isn't it? Someone in the comments let me know if it's not. I don't like offensive linemen having 50 numbers. I want to put them in the 60s. Let's do 62. Alright, let's do our depth chart. Braswell there. Put Ojolari there. I'm going to put Dom Orange above Redmond. Alright, we're going to have Jair Hill there. Isaiah Rogers there. BJ Payne will be the first off the bench at both safety positions. Kick returners, that's good. Not Marshall. Let's not have Marshall there. Put Isaiah Rogers in there. We can put Malachi Tony in there. Third down running back. Let's give that to Corum. And then let's put Gadget. Let's put Vaki in at Gadget. And then power back. Let's put Marshall up here. Slot receivers will be Tony, Felton, and Stewart. Actually, you know what? Let's put Barham at rush edge backup on both sides. It's a NASCAR package, brother. Nose tackle will be Dom Orange and Kenneth Grant. Sub linebacker, let's put Coy Parrish in here with CJ Allen and Jayshon Barham. Slot corner, let's put Smith Snowden, Dylan Thieneman, and Isaiah Rogers. Yeah, shaping up nicely. I like it. Alright, and we will advance to week 1. Alright guys, that's going to be the episode for tonight. Appreciate everyone rocking with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also pinned at the top of my X profile at Kinetic615. Feel free to shoot me a message on X or Discord at Kinetic615. As long as you're respectful, I'll try to hit you back. Otherwise, guys, as always for me, signing out, I just want to say Skull Vikes and go blue.